So, okay. So I welcome you for the second day of value added courses on hands-on training in Arduino interface using Tinkercad and Proteus for real-time applications. The word real-time applications, from day third onwards, daily you will see one real-time applications like automated car parking, voice controlled home automations, and then Bluetooth controlled, and then we will see traffic control system, home automation, gas sensor. So daily we are going to see one applications. So to that, yesterday ma'am spoke about the introduction about the Arduino, and today I'm going to speak mainly about the programming of Arduino, because while we are writing the code, we have somewhat known about that code very well, and we all know that nowadays the codes are available in all the Google. We can search it and we can take it, but how it is working, by changing which code my program will be, my control will be altered, that and all very important and necessary thing. So I hope we will directly go on to the programming, Arduino programming. So this is the topic today I'm going to cover, programming using Arduino and control statements, operators, built-in function. So this is the area I'm going to see. Okay. So I think, shall I start the class? We have the strength of 84 yesterday. I think around 91 we got that. So I think please have a pen and a notebook with you, because some of the code I will highlight you. You just take that code, because even by watching this won't help you to understand more. And so better you have some notebook and pen with you. I will highlight some of the codes. You, that alone, you just take it as a hint or notebook. Then the entire, actually today I'm going to teach only the basics of Arduino programming, but daily you will have one real-time applications, that I am very ensure that. And then man have put the schedule also. So you people have to understand that every day while they are explaining any real-time applications, they will explain with the coding also they will explain, then they will explain the circuit diagram, but you know the fundamentals we were using. Okay. And I think yesterday ma'am gave a brief introduction on Arduino. So Arduino, again, it's a microcontroller. So we have a 14 digital IO pins, and 6 analog inputs are there. So this pin, whatever we are going to write, our coding will be based on this digital input output pins and analog input pins. And we all know that it's that particular software is a open source software. Okay, so in Arduino, it's a open source software, so we can able to easily download it and we can perform. Actually, while we are discussing hardware, we all know that the price of Arduino is around 550, even in 1300 we will get the Arduino. So once you download that Arduino IDE, then automatically it is easy for you to, whatever you are writing the coding in PC, that will be transferred to Arduino very easily through that USB port. Okay. So I think we are going to see about this Arduino IDE. IDE is nothing but integrated development environment. And we are going to, I think I will put this link. Okay, wait. For your purpose. So students, I have put the link for you. I think in chat. Have everyone received it? You kindly tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Yeah. Thank you. So you click on that link. Now itself you can download it. You just click on the link. I will share you. Can you able to view?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. There. Okay. Windows, Win 7 and New Year. I think. Click on that and download it, ma. Can you able to see Windows, Win7 and New Year. You just click on, then it will ask contribute and download. That you do not to do. Just give just download. I think from tomorrow onwards, they have a maintenance. I think you'll see Arduino store on August 25th. Service might be unavailable. I think better you have download. But one thing you understand, this Arduino IDE will be very much useful for you to write the Arduino programming. If you want to transfer your program to hardware on Arduino board, you can do it. Or else, now we will use two softwares. One is Tinkercad, another one is Proteus. So to write, to transfer the program to Proteus, we use Arduino IDE. Okay, are you all clear? So just click just download. Have you clicked it? When you click just download, actually, it will automatically download. It won't ask any of your details and all. It will automatically download. Actually, already I downloaded. So once you download, I think you will get this. I think can you able to view in my downloads Arduino 1.8.5 Windows. It is in my download. Then you just click and run, and automatically it will be executed. Is clear? I think today everyone kindly download that Arduino IDE, because I think from tomorrow onwards it will be in unavailable. I think they will take some 2 or 3 days to recover. Okay. So I have put up in the chat, and one more time I will put up for you. If anyone missed or disconnected, then it will be helpful. Okay. So you have to download it. Yeah, Abhi, what's your doubt, ma? Yeah, you can unmute and you can ask. So click on this Windows Win7 and New Year. You can download it. Okay. So now I will share my Arduino IDE. Before that, you just see this PPT. Then we will move on to that. Okay. So this is your Arduino IDE, and you all know what board model you are connecting. So it will display Arduino UNO. But you all know that when I'm connecting my Arduino board only, my serial porter will be enabled. So automatically it will display that port. But now I didn't connect any Arduino. So just it will display my board model alone. Okay. And then the program area where you are going to type the program. That programming area is called Sketch. So you all know, I think ma'am gave introduction about microprocessor, microcontroller and all. So while we move on to here in Arduino, we are going to write our programming. That programming area is called Sketch, and we will place our programming code here only. We will type all our programming. And you all know this will be toolbar. How you all know, it all become like a Microsoft friendly. So whatever we used, the same time it's a toolbar, and this is a status message. And while we are executing our hex file, everything will be generated here only. Okay, and this is a serial monitor. Whenever you want to read any command or you want to give any output, from that you can see this serial monitor. And these are the menus in toolbar. Okay, verify, upload, new, open, save, serial monitor, everything will be there. Okay, now I think I will show you. I have explained you only with this. I will show my Arduino app. I have downloaded. Okay, I will share you the screen. So you people have understand. This is Arduino IDE. Once you, I will click on file new. Okay. Once you have seen that this is my Arduino IDE, and here you will get my status message, and these are all my toolbars. So while we were mainly this Arduino IDE when we use now, whenever Tinkercad is there, coding is necessary, but Arduino IDE will be mainly we were using in hardware and software. Okay, but in software, whenever I use the Proteus, okay, I think that is the heading of our value added course. So there at that time I will write all my programs here, and I will generate my hex file. You all know that our machine will understand only digital signal. So once that the hex file will be embedded there, then once you run, it will be execute that. So we have a menu of this. So here when you click examples, you have a various programs: basics program, digital program, analog program, communication, control, and with the sensors, okay, display programs, strings. But you all understand, to see view the output, definitely you need one more software. Okay. Okay, so you have to understand. So void setup and void loop.
Ma'am, after downloading it, shall we install it now?
Yeah, you can install it. Okay, so I think once we're done, we will verify and compile it. So once it compile, automatically we will get the hex message. Okay, so you all understand this. This will be the Arduino, and you all go to that. We will see all our ports and board. Ma'am have told you various boards are there, but Arduino UNO we will select, because in Proteus we have installed Arduino UNO through that only, and in Tinkercad also we used Arduino UNO. So there are various boards it will support, and obviously here there is no serial monitor. Once you get the connected with your USB port, only the serial monitor will be enabled. Then according to that, it will shows the serial monitor pin and all. Now we will mainly go with that. You want to go, you will see the various examples, and the coding will be available. Okay, and you can verify and compile the programming codes, sketch, and then tools. Tools, here we will have a board. Okay, so this will be about Arduino IDE. Okay, now I will go to my PPT. So we are going to started with programming. So it's very important. So Arduino language, while we are moving on to the Arduino language, it supports with C++ libraries. One thing you understand, ma'am, I don't know C and C++ well. It's not a problem. While you have to learn only some of the functions were there, you're supposed to learn that, then automatically the programming will be easy. I think most of our ECE and EEE students were learn your programming language, and I think some of them I have taken the classes, and you have in EEE you have studied in 4th semester, and ECE students they have learned in the 1st semester. So I think it supports that C++ and C. It is a readable code only, but when you take microprocessor and all, we will write assembly language programming. So you have to learn that ALP, assembly language programming, well. Then you have to understand, I think some of them well known about that, move A comma B, accumulator, registers, we will speak in the way. But using this C and C++, already known to code only. So some difference only with us, some functions only added up in the Arduino code. So automatically we can understand well. So then assembly code, that is a readable code. C++, that is also readable code. But machine language, you all understand that this hex code we were generating, that binary code we were generating, that machine can only understand, that is Arduino can understand. According to that, it will work. So this is C++ libraries, C and C++ coding only we are going to use for Arduino. Okay, so you all understand, you take this very, very important. I think once I click this Arduino IDE, I have automatically, this will be code void setup void loop. You please kindly note this void setup. It's very important code. Okay, and you have to put that void setup. It has to put only once and it will run only once, and all your setup will be, you have to put, for example, I'm going to use LED, I'm going to use LED will be connected to that pin, and a motor will connected to this pin, and my LCD output, wherever that, all initialization will be given in void setup. Then void loop. Okay, so all your coding, yes, clan, if you want to run that code repeatedly, that will done by void loop. For example, LED na, LED initialization will be done in void setup, and my LED want to glow on off, all that on off control will be given in loop. So please kindly note down this minimum code. While I'm clicking my Arduino IDE new, when you click, automatically void setup and void loop will be automatically generated in the program. Even though it is in Tinkercad, even though it is Arduino IDE, automatically this two code will be there. There we have to type our program. So I think it will be very easy for you. Okay, so setup, I told you all that, wherever all initialization, how int a comma a equal to 3. That means what? Integer variable we will declare. Na? Similarly, we have to declare our pin also. That is the way setup code. Loop, on off control, or else motor pass, reverse direction, forward direction, traffic loop control, all this will comes under the loop control. Okay, and now some of the control operators already you have studied in C, and C++ also same type of control operators we will use. But you all understand this, all you all know: equal to, greater than or equal, less than or equal, not equal. So this all comes under the conditional operator. And the Boolean operators, or, okay, pipeline symbol, and bitwise or, bitwise and, all this or will be comes under the Boolean operators. And then we all know, if I want to write a greater than b, I should not use this a greater than or equal to a greater than b, a less than b. This is the symbol I have to use. I should not use any text. A equal to b. Now, if you use single equal, then automatically it will throw. It's like assigning a value to b. So greater than or equal to b, less than or equal to b, a not equal to b. Okay, so these are the expressions we will use. Comparison. So previous slide we seen the control operators. I think this control operators, whenever you're using the code, at that time you will easily want to correlate. Okay, why they have put this now? What is this meaning now? They won't give and. You have to understand it is my and this is my or. That you have to understand at that time. Okay, now I think I move on to that. So what is this? You all know AND table, truth table, we all know well. And truth table, 0 0 0 0
0
1 0
0
1 1
1
1.
1. That means if both are true only, my output will be okay. So value should be greater than 10 and the value should be less than 10, less than 20. If both are true, okay, this is nothing but what operator, ma? What operator it is?
and
And
operator.
And operator. So I think it is similar how you have used your coding in your C language way. Okay, and you all know this is what operator, ma?
Or
Or
operator.
operator. And you all know if any one condition is true, my output will become 1. It's like that. So while we are seeing that, we can say that value is less than 10 or value is greater than 20. Any one condition is true. Any one condition is true, automatically according to my coding, it's very important. It will go. So I think we have seen with one operator also. And declaring the variable, we all know how to declare the variable. I think how you will start with C hash include stdio.h. The next line, all the students will declare the variable. Okay, the same way here, the data type, we already know. What are some of the data type? Tell me.
Integer, float,
Yeah.
character,
Boolean.
strings.
Yeah. and the long int, short int, long integer, long integer, short integer, we use say to say
Double.
unsigned, double, all this will be there. But you all know that how we are declaring the variable, we declare by our data type, and you all know that data type is also common both C and C++. So same type of data type. And variable name, we all know the variable name always starts with alphabets, and you all know that there will be a different in case, uppercase and lowercase, it will differentiate. So while declaring VAL, and if you take the variable capital VAL, automatically it will throw the error message. That and all we have to use. And then equal to assignment becomes, then we have to use the equal to symbol, and this is my value of the integer. So int value is equal to val equal to 5. So I think this is the way we will declare the variable. Okay, I think again the statement and operators. So mathematical operator, plus will do addition, then subtraction, multiplication, division. This is nothing but modulus operator. We call yeah, reminder. Very good, very good. Reminder. And this is nothing but this is exclusive or, bitwise exclusive or, and logical operators equal to, and this is what?
Not equal.
Not equal to, and or, okay. And comparison operators also we have seen. And in C we have used the semicolon at each end of the program, and we always keep our code inside the curly braces. Okay, that's why I told you what is the two bare minimum codes we have used here. And in the starting I told you it's a minimum code, void setup and
It's at a void loop.
yeah. So automatically we have to put our code within the curly braces. Okay, and single line command. And in some of the Arduino programming, we don't know what we are writing. So you can put it, this is for LED on. For that, it is a commanding line. It won't execute it by the processor. So single line means we will put double slash, multi-line command slash asterisk, and again it ends with asterisk slash. So this is already we have used in Turbo C, same thing only we have used. So I think same thing only we are supposed to use. Then these are all the compound operator, increment, decrement, compound solution. Okay, so A plus equal to B. That means what is the meaning of this?
A equal to A plus B.
Very good, very good. A equal to A plus B. Okay, so that is automatically the same A variable will be used multiple times. So we can similarly compound subtraction. Okay, compound multiplication, compound division is there. So or else you can use directly like this. It's both will be same only. Okay, and now we are moving on to control statements. Okay, so control statements in our program, because we will say that if person enters, my light has to on. If the person is not there, my light has to off. All this will be, all the motions will be captured by the sensors. But the condition we have to write according to this condition. For example, smoke comes from a gas sensor. I have identified now. Automatically, I have to give a buzzer alert, or else my LED should off. All this will be we give. So all for this, the control statements are very, very, very mandatory. So I think we have studied about this control statements. So I think what we were using frequently, I have taken that control systems statements, and I don't want to take much of your time this, because you all know that if statement. Okay, if statement means if the condition is true, it will execute the body of statement. False means what? It will exit. That is the thing. If true now, it will execute this, and if it is false now, it will exit from the loop. Okay. Now the same thing. If true, it will execute the instruction. If it is true, it will execute the instruction. If it is not true, it will exit from the loop. That means it never execute the instruction inside the loop. Okay, I think we will see what one program. I think it's a normal program, but what I kept void setup void loop, because it's a minimum code which is needed for our Arduino programming. So we have declared two variables, int A equal to 5, int B equal to 9. Okay, I'm going to check two Boolean condition. What is the first Boolean condition, ma? What is the
A
first?
greater than B.
A greater than B. It is true or false according to our program statement?
False.
False. So automatically it won't execute this. It won't execute A++. Okay, next condition. What is the next condition?
Incrementing.
A greater than
B and
B,
B not equal to
0. But is it true?
No, ma'am.
False, ma'am.
Both are false because A value is 5 and B value is 9. So this is also false and B value is 9. So not equal to 0. That is only correct. But one condition is false. Now automatically what happened? It won't execute that loop. So automatically my loop will be, my program will be executed from that. You just see it's a compound increment. A plus equal to, that means what is the answer actually? Actually, what is the statement? A equal to A plus B.
A
That
plus B.
only, yeah, that only you have to understand. You all not be well versed, but you have to know how we were using. If else condition, it's very simple. If answer is true, I have to execute this condition. Else we always have a answer of else. So we will perform some other action. Okay, because previous we don't have a else, but here when you go with that, if my condition is true, it will execute some body of instructions, and if it is false, it will execute another body of statements. Okay, so you check with that my A value is P 5 and B equal to 9. Why they tell global variable? Did you remember? When global variable, it will be declared outside the program and I can automatically able to link my variable with the entire program. Okay, so local variable, we used to say that will be used only in specific functions. So this is global variable declaration. So A equal to 5, B equal to 9. And first it will check if A greater than B, it's false. So automatically it will go to the next sentence, else. What is the next sentence they have given, ma?
B equals to B minus.
Yeah, B equal to
Increment.
B equal to B minus A. Definitely it will execute this instruction only because this condition is become false. This condition is become false. So automatically I will execute the other instruction, other body of instruction. Anyone wants to say? Okay. Now, if else. I think some of them wants to talk, but their connectivity is not good. I think so. So if else statement. Okay. So automatically we all know that if else, if condition is true, okay, it will execute here and it will exit. If it is false, again it will have two conditions. Then true, false, then condition. So if else statement will be there. So that also we can use it in our control statements. Okay. So if answer is true, perform some action. So you want to end it, it also give it else if answer is true, perform some actions. So if condition. So same thing I have written here. So I have declared 3 variables, and if A greater than B, it's not true. So else if, another else if. Okay, we will keep one more condition. What is the difference between if else now? If the condition is not true, it will execute that. But else if, I will check one more condition here. And again, I can check this condition is true or not. So if A equal to B or B less than C. If both any one condition is true, automatically it will execute C equal to B asterisk A. But if both the condition are false, else I will keep one sentence C++. C++ means don't think that it's not a C++ code. It's a variable C++. Is clear, ma? Have you understand or not?
Yes, ma'am.
I think we have this switch statements. You have seen with the switch also here we can use. So control we have seen, if statement, if else we have seen, if else we have seen, and now we are seeing about the switch case statements. So switch case statements, we all know that how we are getting my value according to my switch condition, whether it is case 0, case 1, what mathematical expression it go to that particular case and it will execute. So it will check for case 1. If case 1 is true, it will execute the block of statements. If case 2 is true, it will go to that. Every time it is just like a top to bottom. It will always checks from first case 0, case 1, case 2. It will check from top to bottom. If any of the cases not true, automatically it will execute the default messages. I think one of our programming in lab we kept, this is mainly for our arithmetic operator we kept, and we will check it. Okay, so I think that is a switch case statement. But here while writing in our application where we were using depends on application, and you all understand, if some staff writing the particular code to that program, don't think that that particular code only works for that. You can think in another way. That's very important. Okay, because thinking in broader way, okay ma'am, you may ask that out, if we can use this code, whether it will execute, or else you can check it that much of you have to bring that much of idea on you and to develop. Then only I told you that many of you can able to do the programming in Arduino, not only in software, you can implement in hardware also. Okay, and loops, control statements are over. Okay, and control statements, in sense, the next one we are going enter into the loops. So I think you all know while loop, do while loop, for loop, nested loop, infinite loop, all this statements we are going to see. So while loop, we all know what is while, do while. What is the main difference? While and do while. One difference, that's very important. Forgot. While it will entry, it will check the condition and then it will execute. Do while, exit controlled. We used to say while loop is entry controlled loop and do while is exit controlled. So we will always check the while condition. While we will give some expressions, and then if it is true, it will execute the body of the statements. If it is not true, it will exit from the loop. Okay, so it entry itself it will check. So do while it is nothing but do. We will write do, and then there will be a list of statements, and then finally we will keep while. Okay, so exit only it will check. It is exit controlled, and another one is entry controlled. Okay, for loop, I think you all know about for. Oftenly we all know. So for, what is the statement? What is this? For, what is the syntax for?
Initialization, condition, incrementation.
Increment or decrement. Very good, very good. First one is initialization. And the next one is condition. Okay, and the next one is increment or decrement. Both it will do. Okay, so condition, whatever we see in less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to, or equal to, any conditions. So initialization, I have to initialize my variable, whether it may be a global or a local variable where I'm using, that's very important. Okay, so here statement block will be executed how many times? 10 times. If we are checking from the value, it starts from 0 now, automatically it will execute it for 10 times. Okay, and here we have a nested loop is also available. Okay, so for loop there, inside the for loop also we will keep one more for. So here I kept 99. It starts from 0 to 99. So this block will continuously execute for 100 times. And when you see here my outer loop, that is nothing but it starts from 0 to 9. So it will execute for 10 times. So you will know that how the C language allow to use one loop inside another loop. So that is also nested loop we have seen. So nested loop is that. Okay. Next we will see the function. So when our infinite loop now, we are not giving any variable. For example, while 1 or for we kept semicolon without checking that. At that time the loop will run infinitely. I think we have gone with these loops. Okay, this is our loops we will use. So mainly you know the keyword while, do while, for, nested loop. Inside the loop for loop we have one more loop. Infinite loop is there. Okay, not only for loop, for and do also we can, for and while also we can do. Okay, that condition is also available. And in control statements, I think these are our control statements. Okay, so mainly the conditional operator depends on that. We will check the condition, whether the condition is true, it will execute one set of experiments, and else false, it will execute the another. So you say like a ternary operator we have studied. So if statement, if else, if else, if else, switch case, conditional. Conditional we will use rarely, but these are the keywords how we used in the C. Okay, can you remember how many keywords in C?
32.
32.
32.
Yeah, superb. Okay, functions. I think most of them were stuck on this word functions, but it's here it's become very easy because returning functions we will we will rarely only use normally, but you have to know that why functions are very important. We can easily split the code and you can understand very easily. If it is a long code, you can't understand the program. Then even though the layman can understand the programming code very well by using these functions. So function is the way how what is the syntax they were using. Already we know sketch of the program. Two functions are very important, setup and loop. And apart from that, we will use return type. Okay, so void means it won't return anything. If it is we are returning, we want to return any variable depending upon the type. Now we will use int, int, float, char, that and all. Return type now I have to use which statement? In my return type I have used int, float, char. Now definitely which statement is necessary? Returns. Very good, Mishra. So that is very important. And function name, it's like your variable name. You can keep your function name. Okay, and you want to pass any arguments, you will use argument 1 comma argument 2. But I am very sure that this type of functions we will rarely use. But then you will ask, ma'am, why you are teaching this? But this is the general syntax. Instead of return type, what I will write? Void. If I'm not returning anything, I will write void. Function name I will give, for example, I'm going to use motor. Now void motor I will use, and I'm not passing any values. Now I will simply put this, and inside that I will write so many codes. Is clear? So whenever I want to return the variable, at that time I have to use my return type as a int, float and all. Okay. Okay, function declaration. So this is one of the small program. I told you int. What is my return type? Return type is what?
Integer.
Integer. And
Integer.
what? And this is what, ma? This is my
Variable name.
function name. Function name. Sum underscore func. That is my function name. And int x comma y, int x comma int y. What is this?
Arguments.
Arguments. Very good. And we all know that passing by values, passing the arguments, passing the address. We have all seen the call by value, call by reference methods we have seen. Okay, so but you have to understand here. So whenever I'm returning any variable, I have to use the word return z. Okay, that means I'm returning my z variable. And you all know that this is void setup and void loop. Okay, if I'm not returning any variables, then automatically simply I use void, okay, and sum underscore function, and I am not passing any arguments. Now simply I will close this, and in between the block of statements I will write. Okay, now slowly we are going to move on to that most of the important terminology. I already asked you to write only two terminology: void setup and void loop. Now the another one, serial objects. Okay, because some of the codes we will transfer the data serially. Serial dot begin. Okay, actually the begin, it's nothing but enable the serial mode. Begin automatically begins. Okay, and this is the serial is a thing, and you all know that it's a case sensitive. So serial dot begin 9600. Anyone can predict this? What is 9600?
Speed.
But what is technically you have to say?
Bits per second.
Bytes.
Baud rate. 9600 baud rate. That is nothing but bits per second, how it is transferring. So you can keep that baud rate 9600. It's a default. Okay, and I have given that baud rate. Then you people are not telling for me. I have seen now only. Serial dot begin. You may write that syntax. That's very important syntax. Okay, serial dot begin. Okay, And next, if you want to print anything, I have to use serial dot println. Serial dot println. Is clear, ma? Okay.
Yes.
And in that, between that, I can put my double quote. I can have to put my hello world. And else you may ask, ma'am, whether we can't able to use the string. Yeah, the next topic we are moving on to that string, but I'm not touching mainly there. We will see with that. Okay. And then delay. Okay, delay, this should be always in millisecond. So obviously 2000, it denotes that it's a 2 seconds. Okay. Okay, so void setup. Okay, I will, how I am doing my serial transfer. Serial dot begin 9600. That is our baud rate. And then in that particular code, okay, if I want to print that hello world, I can able to print serial dot print ln also use, or else I can use simply print. Both will be same only. Okay. So I think you just take down this code. Same thing. What is this? What is this? Have you seen?
Sketch.
Sketch. Yeah, sketch, where I will go put my code. And this is my Arduino IDE. But if I put that code, I don't have a serial communication. It will just throw the error message only. So while doing that, once you convert into hex file, then we will transfer our program into the Proteus. Then we will see the demo of this well. Okay, then these are all the same program only. So they are saying 2000. I can declare my 2000 also into the variable. I can declare delay. I can give it as a variable name, or else I can directly put 2000. Both will be same. Okay. Now I think the much I'm not touching the strings because the time I have seen already 6:13. Okay. So what happened now? Here we will see about the strings operation, and you just see without serial, I'm using my string. I'm going to print hello. So what is this, ma? CHAR. Char data type. My data type and my variable name is my str. Okay, and how many I have written here? How many? 6. Okay, and serial dot begin 9600 baud rate. And you all know it will take it as an array form. Okay, same data type can be collectively used. We can use the array. So H E L L and O, and this is nothing but null terminator. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So totally how many space I have allocated? 6 I have allocated. So I have filled hello and ends with the 6th array element is, this is my first array element. And this is my second array element. And this is my third array element. And this is my fourth array element. And this is my fifth array element. And this is my 6th array element. Are you clear? Then I will put serial dot println. Okay, and I can put it there automatically. It will display hello. Okay, so I think what is the difference on putting this and serial dot println? Instead of this, without string, I can directly put what, ma? I can directly put in double quotes hello. Okay, but when you go with our LCD, we will use LCD header files. Okay. So this is the way. So we will say that how we were putting in array. So here I am just, I'm not initializing my number of values which is occupied on each array element. I can put empty string, empty arrays, then automatically the compiler will calculate how much space it has to allocate. Then automatically it will print. Okay, that option also we have studied in array concept. Same concept only here. Okay. So here you just see care like, okay, I like coffee and cake, I print. Okay. Now serial dot println like. Like means what is the in like? What is the what is the string I gave? I like.
coffee and cake.
coffee and cake.
So it is printing I like coffee and cake. Then I want to delete the part of the string. So what I have to put like 13 equal to 0. After 13 equal to 0, na? So you all know that this is 1, 0, okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this space is 6, and this space is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is my 12th place. Okay, so I want to delete from my 13th place now. After and cake will be deleted. Why? It is get deleted, ma? Like 13 equal to 0. Then automatically it will delete the entire thing. Okay. Now I want to replace. I want to replace that cake by tea. So what I have to go give now, like I have to 13, I have to put replace the terminator with the space. Okay, then automatically my and will print. Okay, and after 18th code, this will be my 17th code. After 18th code, I have to fill TEA. Then, so all this option, how we have studied in our string operation. So the same way, so this can be also, but most of our program we used LCD. So in LCD only we have seen. These are the string functions, string manipulating functions. So I want to touch my major area. So I will share you this PPT. Okay. Now people, you have understand this. This is several time explained you. And one important thing I will tell you. Students, I am just putting one link for you. Okay. This particular link, if you go and search, you will see some of the important codings we can understand well. Okay. So I think I will show that link, then it will be somewhat easy for you. Okay. So I am, have you can able to see, ma? Can you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you click on this, all our functions. Mainly we will use digital read.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
this is Kavita here.
Yes, ma'am.
They can go through this link, or else in Arduino, if Arduino IDEs they have installed, they can go for the help. In help, you can just see reference. In that, this also will be available. They can, if they have installed, they can just see this also.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. What ma'am said is correct. When you install Arduino IDE, you can see that. Or else you want to know that very specifically, you can go here and you can search. But one thing you have understand, Arduino IDE, I ask you to install, and some of the web Arduino is also available. Okay, when you Google it and search it, you have web Arduino. So at that time, you need not to install your Arduino. Okay, so when you go to here, Arduino, web Arduino will be there, but automatically it will show this message. And you have seen that digital input output. Whatever the command we were using, we can use it. And libraries, it's very, very important. Okay. So in this libraries, we will see what are the communication. Okay, but all this you can see that communication type of official libraries. But you understand now, you just try to see this codings alone, what we will frequently use. Apart from that, we will use libraries. Not this one. Wait. Functions. I think function is this. And structure we have seen all that operators and all. Variables also we have seen all the array type of variables. Okay, actually, you just look up these libraries. We have this EEPROM, Ethernet and all. But maximum what we will use frequently, na, we will use the liquid crystal. So when you click on that liquid crystal, we will have some of the liquid crystal, begin, clear, home, set cursor. Okay, print, cursor, no cursor. So definitely what you have to do now, hash include liquid crystal.h. This header file, when you want to use LCD, at that time you are supposed to type this and you have to include these functions. Is clear? So I think we will normally we will use this liquid crystal. Okay, and we will, and similarly for GSM also. Okay, we have this kind of GSM, begin, shutdown, all these options are available. So I think in libraries, when you go with that, so frequently will be used will be the liquid crystal. Most of our staff members will use. So at that time, you just put cache include in liquid crystal.h and we will create the separate function. I already told function name, return type space function name. Then it is followed by with arguments. If you are passing, you have to mention it, or else not necessary. Okay, so I think whatever codings ma'am said that you can see it in Arduino help, or else you can click this link and you can check it. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to touch the main areas. So we are going to see that whether we made motor or LED or sensor, whatever may be, it will be connected through the ports on the Arduino. So we have seen digital input, output, analog inputs, and what is the command we will use now? Pin mode. So I think we will see all this will pin mode, digital read, digital write, delay, that should be in milliseconds. Other functions are analog read, analog write. This we will oftenly use it in the program. These are oftenly used in all our program. Without this statement, we can't. So next, we will directly enter into the syntax. So please, students, kindly take down this pin mode. You all understand P should be small. Pin mode, PINMODE, pin mode. Please kindly take down. Okay, that is first you have to initialize your pin number. Then whether you are setting as output pin or input pin using the command mode, whether it is output mode or input mode. Okay, so you please kindly take down this syntax, pin mode, pin comma, output. Okay, so if it is a digital pin means, what is the digital pin numbers, ma? How many digital IO pins are there in Arduino? 14. So we can use from 0 to 13. And analog pin, now obviously, how many analog pins are there?
6, ma'am.
6. So A0 to A5 we can use. But to differentiate analog pin, definitely we have to use A0, A1, A2, A3 and all. Okay, so that you have to understand. So please kindly write the syntax for pin mode. That's very important. Okay, so I think here they have given pin mode. My 13th pin will be used as a output pin mode. 13 command, my 13th pin will be used as a input pin. Okay, then you all know that input high na 5 volt, low na 0 volt. Input will given to Arduino. Output will be taken from Arduino. Okay, that you all understand. Giving input to Arduino, output from Arduino. That is pull-up concept. I will explain you with one important thing. Now you just understand what is input and what is output. Okay. Then the next important command, students, digital write. I think same thing. How you are putting pin in small, P is small. The similarly D, digital write. Digital write. Write a high or low value to a digital pin. Write a high or low value to digital pin. Okay, so obviously digital na from 0 to 13 only we will use the pin number. So pin comma value. High na, it will put the high value. Okay, low na, it will put the low value. So you just take down this syntax. Pin comma value. There mode. Can you understand the pin mode? And here how digital write. Okay. And the next one is digital read. It will reads the value from the specified digital pin. You will read it as well as you will write it. So what command I have to use? Digital read. Digital read. So I will put digital read pin. Either it may be high or low. So the syntax is very simple. Digital read pin. Here digital write pin comma value. Have you all understand, ma? Are you taking the syntax?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. So you all understand that. So digital write 13 na makes the output voltage on pin 13 is 0 volt. Digital write 13 high na makes the output voltage on pin 13 is 5 volt. Okay. Int button state. Okay. Digital read na, I have to read the value of pin 2 in button state, whether it may be a 0 or 5, whatever may be, that I have to read from the pin value. So this is reading and writing the digital values we are putting. Okay. Analog to digital conversion. You all understand what is this analog? You all know that analog signal will be like this, and you all know that the digital will be high or 0 or sorry 1 and zeros only. But you understand that my Arduino can understand only digital signal. So if it is 8-bit controller, okay, what is my analog value? What is my minimum value, ma? What is my minimum value? 0 volt. Maximum value?
5 volt.
5 volt.
5
5
volt.
volt.
So that will be converted into the corresponding digital. But you all understand here I have written the equivalent integer value. So 8-bit now, how many ones are there? How many ones
8
will be?
ones.
8 1. 8 1, what is the value of 8 1? What is the value of 8 1? F. Am I correct or not? FF only na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. If you convert that FF into decimal, it will become 255. It will become 255. Is clear? So that's why they are from that they will mainly design the step size. Okay, I think I will slowly move on to this. Wait. I will show you one more example because it's a continuation of that, I think.
Ma'am, can you show that digital write and digital read examples, ma'am? We'll note it down.
Okay. I will show you. Okay, I will show you once again. Now you just see my analog signal want to convert into a digital value. Okay, but it's a 10-bit microcontroller. My Arduino UNO is 10-bit microcontroller. How will you write that 10-bit na? You tell me. How many ones I can use? 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Am I correct or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For this 1 1 1, what is the value, ma?
F.
F. And this 1 1 1?
F.
F. And this 1 1?
2.
2.
3.
3. So what is the maximum value I can use here?
3 FF.
So that 3FF is my hexa value. When I convert into a decimal, that value is 1023. Okay. So when you see that the 5 volt 1023 steps now, how much of millivolt will convert from 0 volt to 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and all 4.887 millivolt per step. Is clear? So to understanding this purpose only I told you. Okay, I will come back to that. Okay, one of you asked, this is enough or else I have to kept here. You take down digital write pin comma value. Digital read pin, that's it. D should be small. Okay, and W should be capital, and digital read also same thing. Maximum we will use pin mode, digital read, digital write, analog read, analog write, according to the program A to D conversion we will use. Have you noticed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So all this quantization concepts, we will see how my analog signal, we have seen that 4.887 millivolt now, how it is converting into the equivalent digital value and all, we have seen that. So Arduino contains 6 pins and it's a 10-bit analog to digital converter. That's very important. That's why 0 to 5 volt now, my range will be from 0 to 1023. We all seen that in hexa, the value is 3 FFF. And when it comes to decimal, 1023. Okay. So what are the reading analog values? I have 2 commands. You just take down these 2 commands. Analog read A0. Analog write 2,128. You please kindly note down this 2 commands in analog read and analog write. Analog read pin, analog write pin comma value. Okay, here I am giving my value. 128 now I have to convert into the equivalent value. So obviously it is a 10 na 5-bit microcontroller na 0 to 56 we will say 255. 128 na half the volt. So it refers 0 volt na, it refers 5 volt na, obviously it will be 2.5 volt. Okay, so have you all taken this syntax ma? Analog read, analog write?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So this will be 2 commands. So you just see void setup, pin mode. I'm just initializing, but you understand here I didn't use any variable. You all understand. What is this 9 denotes?
Pin
What is
number.
this? Pin number, very good. So, and whether it may be input or output. I told you already delay. So when I enter 2000, it denotes it's a 2 second, 2000 millisecond. Okay, so I think that is void loop. So you just see digital write, it's a pin number and high or low. Digital pin number, high or low. Okay, so I think all this given. Okay, Arduino code basics. Okay, commands and other information are sent to LED, motor, and from sensor through digital and analog input output pin. You all understand? Through this analog pins and through this digital pin only, the commanding or else sending the signals will be done. That's why I told you pin mode, digital read, digital write, analog write are very, very important thing. You have to know the syntax of that. Okay. Now I have connected my 2 LED. One LED is connected in which pin ma? 10th pin, and another LED is connected in 11th pin. And now it is connected to the ground. Here we have a ground, and this is all no resistor. It will limit the current flow. We all know the current capacity of LED will be in milliamps. So if I directly connect, automatically the high current flow and the LED will be out. So to that we always use the resistor. That's a concept you already know. So void setup, void loop. Don't forget this. Okay, all setup commands, all initialization, it will execute only once, and void loop, it will execute it for multiple times. Okay, now we will see this. What is the thing I have used here? Int LED equal to 13. So I'm not going to use my pin number because I will get confused. I will use red LED, blue LED, green LED and all. Every time I have to go and search the diagram is very difficult. So we can now incorporate our C language. So integer, data type, variable name, and equal to that pin number. So if I give int LED 13, then automatically in the 13th pin, I will connect the LED. That you going to connect to any other also, but the way you can understand easily. If you are using LED, you're using sensor. So I have, so far I didn't insist on you. So you just see pin mode LED output. Okay, I have initialized the digital pin as an output pin. Okay, and then I am I am turn on my LED. You all know. Wait, 1000 means what? How many seconds?
1
1
second.
second.
1 second. So it is indicated as a output. So automatically my LED will on. High means it will on, and low means it will off. For every 1 second, my LED will on and off, on and off. So I have set my mode as a output mode. Is clear? So I have declared my pin mode here, and I have writing my digital value here. Are you clear? Okay. Now you see variable. And you all seen that. This is my setup code, and this is my loop code. Same thing. You all understand? Void setup na, it has to start and end. Curly bracer should be there. Void loop also there. And pin mode, it's my function. You all understand Arduino function. LED. How I am relating my LED? Which pin? LED will be connected in which
13th.
pin? 13th.
13th.
Yeah, in programming, I am giving in 13th pin. And in my hardware, I connected in 12th pin, or in my simulation, I connected in 12th pin. That LED will not glow. Because 13th pin only, I have written my coding. That's very, very important. Okay. So, and I told you very important. I'm using green LED now. I can use green LED here. So I can easily differentiate my time. And I told you delay time. Every time I need not to give 2000 here. I can declare it as a variable also. But you can give 2000, that is also okay. 2000 now, 2 seconds only. So green LED, first I'm assigning my green LED as output. And then I'm giving high. High means my LED will on. For how many seconds? How many seconds it will on,
2
ma?
seconds.
2 seconds. After 2 seconds, the LED will off because I gave off. Low on corresponds to 5 volt will be transferred from my Arduino, and low correspond to 0 volt will transfer from my Arduino. So automatically my LED will on and off, on and off. So this two loop will be executed for multiple times. So again, same thing. Okay. I will fix my program. This LED should on for that 2000, and every time I want to decrement, that is also I can do. Delay time equal to delay minus 100. Subtract 100 from delay time. So gradually what happened? Increase the LED blinking speed. What happened? You're on off. Now it is in 2 seconds. Now you're subtracting 100 from each of the loop. Then automatically what happened? The seconds keep on decreasing. So LED glow on off will be increases fast. So the same thing I told you, one program, one coding will do the multiple operations. So you connect one hardware, and whatever you are thought, that will increase your programming capacity. That's very important. Okay. This is our IDE tool menu. We have already seen that where we are going to write all our codings, done compiling and all. So these are the thing we have seen: byte, char, integer, long, float, how much of range it will take, that and all we have seen. So same thing, variables, you use very blue LED. Don't give like A, B, C, how we will give in Siri program. Don't give like that. So give blue LED, activity indicator. These are the bad names they were saying, but you can give it, but don't give like that. Okay. So it will be a good names, and variables are case sensitive. And don't use the same name for local and global variable. That should be avoided. Okay. I think here what we see, in LED pin, I'm going to connect my LED, and in button pin, I'm going to connect my push button. So I'm setting my LED pin as output and my push button as a input. So whenever I'm pressing my input, automatically my LED has to glow. So it's just like on off through the switch. So automatically here you will understand that int button type. Once again, wait, ma. Okay, so LED pin output and button pin input. So receiving on that, my value will be work. So you can see this. This both are global variable. As clear, because I have declared before void setup. and I can button value I want to declare, I can declare it is inside void loop only. I need a button value. So int button value digital read button pin. That means in button value means button pin is 0 volt or 5 volt. I will read it from that, and according to that my LED pin will grow. For example, my button value is 5 volt now. What state it is? 5 volt now. What state it is, ma?
High.
High. So my LED will
Low.
on. Okay, my button value is 0 volt. That means it refers what state?
Low.
Low. So my LED will be
Off.
Off.
That's it. So here I said this is my local variable because I have used in my code, global variable, I have used in void setup as well as void loop. But button value need not be declared in void setup. It is only needed in loop. So that's why they have said this as a local variable and this as a global variable. Are you clear on this? So you have to understand why you need not to use the, but you may ask, ma'am, whether it won't throw the error message. But when you understand that while where we are using our coding, that's very important. Okay, so this variable, you don't, even though it is needed only here, na, you just declare it that. That's why they were saying that don't declare it there, that don't do it. You always specify inside the loop. Okay. Then I have written for digital read and write. Same thing. In button 4, in button value. So I can read as well as. So here I have mainly specifically I'm saying that I'm not going to use my pin number directly. It will confuse me. So that's why I will put LED pin, green LED, blue LED, push button, motor, sensor, temperature sensor, whatever maybe, I will declare it equal to that value. So if it is an analog input now, I have to definitely put what? This is a digital pin. 4 na digital pin. 7 is what, ma? Digital pin or
Digital pin.
digital pin. Analog pin now, what I have to? Yeah, good. Analog pin. Yeah, A0. Definitely I have to
A0,
put
A1.
A1, A1, A2, A3, A4. I have to declare it in the way. Okay, and you all seen that I can declare it in array also. So int analog reading 0. So you all understand that A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. The analog value will be read through which command? Analog read. We all know analog read pin number. Pin number is what? A0. Okay, that will automatically will be stored in the array. So this will store A0 value. This will store A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. Okay. And analog, right? I told you input pin, output pin, and pull-up concept we have seen. So I think I will tell you the pull-up resistor concept. It's very simple electrical concept. Okay. If switch is open, what is the voltage across here, ma? Whether current will flow when switch is open? No, current is 0. Current is 0, but voltage is, we are speaking only in terms of voltage because we are saying 0 volt, 5 volt, 0 volt, 5 volt. So that you have to correlate. When switch is open, what will be the voltage? What is this? Yeah, 5 volt. This is 5 volt now. Automatically, it is 5 volt. So switch is open now. We will get 5 volt. Okay. Now my switches get closed. Okay. So switch is closed. Now this VCC will be connected to. This VCC will be connected to ground. Very good. The VCC will be connected to ground. So we all refers that short circuit conditions. So at that time, what will be our voltage? 0 volt. So how we are saying high will be 0, high will be 5 volt, low will be 0 volt. Now pull up resistor now depending upon the switch position. Whether it is open or closed, we have to see that pull-up resistor concept and then we will use it there. Okay. So here 5 volt, the resistor value, they put 10 kilo ohm. So the current will be 5 milliamps, current will be flow. But when you take that, voltage will be, how we will say forward bias and reverse bias condition. Now, the similar way here, the voltage will become 0. Okay. So that's why they have said that the pull-up resistor only, the pull-up resistor concept will be there. Otherwise, my pull-up will be always on. Input, it will take digital input. Okay. And here also it will, there we can use it that my A0 to A5, I can use it. Okay, and similarly for digital, they were saying, and this is for analog, they were saying in pin mode. In pin mode, we have already seen pin mode. What is the syntax for pin mode? What is the syntax for pin mode? What is the syntax for pin mode?
Pin mode, pin comma mode.
Pin comma mode. Yeah, very good. So these are some of the exercise again with the same concept only. Okay. This I have already explained you. So analog read. Okay, analog right now it is nothing but PWM generation. So while you're going with analog, right? So we can able to generate the waveform in a specified duty cycle using analog write, and we can able to call digital read and digital write on the same pin, and we can able to generate the signal. So here 0%, 25%. That means this is on period, off period. Depending on that, they will generate the waveform. That is also we can see because one of our part is will along with the PWM. Okay. So control structure, same thing only. So only 5 more minutes, I will finish it off. If statement is there. Okay. We all know if button value is high, digital write. Else. We have studied there now. Why ma'am is using if and all now. We will use the if statement and we will write the program. For example, in PIR sensor, if persons are entering into the zone, my LED should on, my buzzer should on. All conditions I can write it in if statements. Okay. So all these are if statements, and these are the if example they have given, if else example. Okay, for loop examples. For loop also we will good with all this control variable condition and increment and decrement. Okay, so I think you people while digital read is equal to high, we will execute that value. So whatever we have seen that everything we can use along with the control structures as well as loop structures. Then this is function. I told you in function, instead of int, I am using void now. I won't return any value. What is this? Get button value is what, ma? Get button value is what?
Get the value where for the button which we press.
That is okay. Function name. Okay. So here if I use int, definitely I have to use which term?
Return.
Return. If I am using void, I need not to worry about that. Where it is mainly used now, whenever you included the libraries. I told you liquid crystal.h. I want to access that LCD file. Na? Definitely I will declare my function, and then at that time functions are very important. That's why they have seen input, output, functions. Now it will come as f of x, like a mathematics. Definitely that will be the functions. So all this will be return type, function name, arguments. If I'm passing any arguments, I have to put int pin number. Okay, that I will declare here itself. Okay, the way how we have declared the variable, call by value, call by reference method we apply na, same concept is here. So if I am not returning anything, very simple, void. Okay, so no return will be there. Flash LED. Flash LED is what, ma? Flash LED is what? Function name. Okay, and int pin number comma int delay time. Okay, so automatically pin number and delay time will be goes here, and that will have a control of digital write, control of high and low. So these are some function exercises. I think strength become reduced. Okay, so students, I think I hope you understand. Today I will share this PPT in our WhatsApp group. Okay, you have any doubts? You have any doubts, ma?
Attendance link also